I'm Tom from Rodec. Rodec is an established brand from the 50s already that basically invented the DJ mixer something like 40 years ago. We stopped production somewhere in the 2010s, but we're back now with some new products that go into more of a hybrid setup, not just DJs but also musicians, because we think it fits more on what people do today. So first of all, we reinvented the MX series and we call it now the MX-Modular. So you can basically slot any 500 series into the channel and you can pick the number of stereo or mono channels that you want your mixers to do. So you have 8 mono channels or 4 stereo channels, and you pick the setup here. I have 4 mono channels with our new Rodec Preamp, which is, as you can see, a preamp with discrete op amps and very good Lundal transformers. This is a real step up from the original Rodec, so it's a real audiophile preamp. Next, so I use this for my drum computers. I have a 909 and an 808, and I run these through the preamps. The preamps also have an EQ. This is the original EQ from a Rodec, but we added a frequency sweep on the mid section. So basically also with a very narrow Q, so you can sweep, and I'll do a little demo in a minute of that. Next, I have a stereo channel here. And there I have the Rodec Phono preamp, which is the one you see here. So we basically redid the MX-180, not just in the original transistor, but also in a fully discrete way, so you can swap easily between the two. By pressing this button, you can swap between 2 phono circuits. Next to that, as you can see, this is a stereo module, but I can slot in different plugins, as you would call it. So I have the EQ, which is also the original MX-180 EQ, but in stereo here. This was the mono version, now we have a stereo. And then I have a filter section. And for this one, I chose to have a stereo Rotary fader. These can also just be slotted in like that. I have the same setup next to it, but now with a standard fader. Then we have a master section, and I have some master effects going on here. This is a FET compressor. This is a field effect transistor compressor to really give, like an 1176 basically from Universal Audio, but to really give some extra punch to it. And we have a dry wet mix section here, so you can basically tuck it under your dry mix and add a little bit of that. This is interesting when you use like analog drum machines. To bring them up to the sound level of today, you can make them a little bit fatter. So that's the setup. These little slots, you don't have to buy the full mixer if you like Rodec. You can also start with our little box here. This is we call it bunk, like a bunk bed, because it has 2 slots. And here I put in the Phono preamp and the Rodec EQ, but with all black buttons. You can put this at home next to your record and then have the sound of the original 180 without the chunkiness. So this will ship hopefully around Christmas, and then this guy will ship next spring. So we still have a little bit of work to do, but as you can see, we're making good progress, and we're very happy. So I'll do a little demo now on the machine. I'm going to put on my headphones because there's a lot of noise here, so that we can see what we're doing. So first of all, channel 1 has the kick coming from my drum machine. Let's try some of the EQ section here. Cut the bass, put it back on. Channel 2 has this snare. This is all dry without any effects coming in. But the cool thing is I can now really kick the snare into the transformer preamp for a good squashy 909 sound. I have on channel 3 the hi-hats section, sweeping EQ. I have the 808 going on channel 4. now it's showtime. I have my computer output here. This is running through our filter. That should give you an idea of what it can do. Thanks for watching and see you next time.